Hi friends, good morning. Welcome to SQL Master YouTube channel. I am Manju here, and today we are going to discuss about some of the interview questions regarding ETL testing and SQL. Okay, so before starting the video, if you are not subscribed to SQL Master YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to SQL Master so you are getting more videos on SQL, ETL testing and Informatica related videos. So let us start the video. So here these are very important questions and answers might be asking in interviews. So kindly watch the complete video so you will understand the things properly. The first question, what do you understand by an ETL? So, ETL stands for extract, transform, and load. It is an important concept in data warehousing systems. Extraction stands for extracting data from different data sources such as transactional systems or applications. Transformation stands for applying the conversion rules on data so that it becomes suitable for analytical reporting. The loading process involves moving data into target system, normally a data warehouse. Okay, the next question is explain the three-layer architecture of ETL cycle. The three layers involved in an ETL cycle are staging layer. The staging layer is used to store the data extracted from different source of data systems. Then data integration layer. The integration layer transforms the data from staging layer and moves the data to database, where the data is arranged into hierarchical groups, often called dimensions, and into facts and aggregate facts. The combination of facts and dimensions table in a data warehouse system is called schema. Then access layer. The access layer is used by end users to retrieve the data for analytical reporting. So the next question, what is the difference between ETL and BI tools? An ETL tool is used to extract data from different data sources, transform the data and load it into the data warehouse system. In contrast, a BI tool is used to generate interactive and ad hoc reports for end users, dashboard for senior management, data visualizations for monthly, quarterly, and annual board meetings. Most common ETL tools include SAP BO Data Services, Informatica, Microsoft SSIS, Oracle Data Integrator that is ODI, Talent Open Studio, Clover ETL and open source, etc. Most common BI tools include SAP Business Objects, SAP Lumira, IBM Cognos, Jpasoft, Microsoft BI Platform, Tableau, Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition, etc. So, what are the popular ETL tools available in the market? So, this is very important question and 100% sure that interviewer ask you this question. The popular ETL tools available in the market are Informatica, Power Center, IBM, WebSphere Data Stage, formerly known as Essential Data Stage, SAP, Business Objects Data Services, BODS, IBM, Cognos Data Manager, Microsoft SQL Server Integration Services, Oracle Data Integrator, ODI, SAS, Data Integration Studio, Oracle Warehousing Builder, Ab initio, open source Clover ETL. So, why do we need a staging area in ETL process? Staging area is an intermediate area that sits between data sources and data warehouse data mart systems. Staging area can be designed to provide many benefits, but primary motivations for their use are to increase efficiency of ETL processes, ensure data integrity and support data quality operations. What is the difference between data warehousing and data mining? Data warehousing is a broader concept as compared to data mining. Data mining involves extracting hidden information from data and interpret it for future predictions. In contrast, the data warehousing includes operations such as analytical reporting to generate detailed reports and ad hoc reports, information processing to generate interactive dashboards and charts. So, next question is, What are the structural difference between OLTP and OLAP? OLTP stands for Online Transactional Processing System, which is a commonly relations database and is used to manage day-to-day transactions. OLAP stands for Online Analytical Processing System, which is commonly multi-dimensional system and is also called data warehouse. So, what is a dimension table and how it is different from fact table? Suppose a company sells its products to customers. Every sale is a fact that takes place within the company, and fact table is used to record these facts. Each fact table stores a primary keys to join the fact table to dimensional table and measure facts. So for example, you can observe these tables. That is, first column is customer ID, that is 101, 102, 103, and these are the product IDs and the time ID and number of units sold. A dimensional table stores attributes or dimensions that describes the objects in a fact table. It is a set of companion tables to fact table. That is customer ID, the customer name, that is this and okay, gender. These are the descriptions of about the objects, okay, what we are selling. So these are called as dimensional tables. So moving to next one, what is data mart? A data mart is a simple form of data warehouse and it is focused on a single functional area. It usually gets data only from few sources. Example, in an organization, data marts may be exists for finance, marketing, human resource, and other individual departments which store data related to their specific functions. So, what is an aggregate function? Name few common aggregate functions. So aggregate functions are used to group multiple rows in a single column to perform more significant measurement. They are also used to perform optimization when we save aggregated tables in data warehouse. Common aggregate functions are minimum returns the smallest value in a given column, maximum returns the largest value in a given column, sum returns the sum of numeric values in a given column, average returns the average value of given column, count returns the total number of values in a given column, count of star returns the number of rows in a table. Example, select average of salary from employee where the title is equal to developer. Okay, so it will give the average salary of employee which in developer section. Explain the difference between DDL, DML and DCL statements. Data definition language statements are used to define the data structure or schema. For example, create to create objects in a database. Examples, create to create objects in a database. Alter alters the structure of database. Data manipulation language statements are used to manipulate the data within database. Examples, select retrieves the data from database. Insert inserts data into table. Update updates existing data within a table. And delete deletes all records from a table. The space for the records remain. Data control language statements are used to control access on database objects. Examples, grant given users access privileges to database. Revoke withdraws access privilege given with a grant command. What is an operator in SQL? Explain common operator types. Operators are used to specify conditions in an SQL statement and to serve as conjunctions for multiple conditions in a statement. The common operator types are arithmetic operators, comparison relational operators, logical operators, set operators, operators used to negate conditions. What are the common set operators in SQL? The common set operators in SQL are union, union all, intersect and minus. So what is the difference between minus and intersect? What is their use in ETL testing? Intersect operation is used to combine two select statements, but it only returns the records which are common from both select statements. In case of intersect, the number of columns and data type must be same. MySQL does not support intersect operator. An intersect query looks as follows. Select star from first, intersect, select star from second. So minus operation combines the result of two select statements and return only those results which belongs to first set of the result. A minus query looks as follows. Select star from first minus select star from second. If you perform source minus target and target minus source, and if minus query returns a value, then it should be considered as a case of mismatching rows. If the minus query returns value and count intersect is less than the source count and the target table or the target table, then the source and target tables contain duplicate rows. What do you understand by ETL testing? ETL testing is done before data move to the into the production data warehouse system. Okay, so it is sometimes also called as table balancing or production reconciliation. The main objective of ETL testing is to identify and mitigate the data defects and general errors that occur prior to processing of data for analytical reporting. So, how ETL testing is different from database set testing? The following table captures the key features of database and ETL testing and their comparison. Functions, database testing, ETL testing. So, primary goal is data validation and integration in database testing. So, function, primary goal, data validation and data integration, and data extraction, transformation and loading for BI reporting. So, for applicable system, transactional system where business flow occurs, and in ETL testing, system containing historical data and not in business flow environment, and in function, common tools in market. So that is in database testing, that is QTP, Selenium, etc. In ETL testing, query search, Informatica, etc. And for business need, it is used to integrate data from multiple applications, server impact. And in ETL testing, it is used for analytical reporting, information and forecasting. And function modeling, that is in database testing, method, and in ETL testing, multi-dimensional. And in function, database type and database testing, it is normally used to OLTP systems, and ETL testing, it is applied to OLAP systems. And the data type, normalized data with more joins, denormalized data with less joins, more indexes and aggregations. So next question is, what are the different ETL testing categories as per their function? ETL testing can be divided into following categories based on their function. Source to target count testing. It involves matching of count of records in source and target system. Source to target data testing. It involves data validation between source and target system. It also involves data integration and threshold value check and duplicate data check in target system. Data mapping or transformation testing. It confirms the mapping of objects in source and target system. It also involves checking functionality of data in target system. So end user testing. It involves generating reports for end users to verify if data is in reports are as per expectation. It involves finding deviation in reports and cross-check the data in target system for report validation. Retesting. It involves fixing the bugs, defect in the target system and running reports again for data validation. System integration testing. It involves testing all the individual systems and later combine the result to find if there is any deviation. So explain the key challenges that you face while performing ETL testing. Data loss during ETL process, incorrect, incomplete, duplicate data. Data warehouse system contains historical data, so data volume is too large and really complex to perform ETL testing in target system. ETL testers normally not provided with access to see job schedules in ETL tool. They hardly have to access on BI reporting tools or to see final layout of reports and data inside the reports. Though tough to generate and build test cases as data volume is too high and complex. ETL testers normally doesn't have an idea end user report requirements and business flow of the information. ETL testing involves various complex SQL concepts for data validation in target system. Sometimes testers are not provided with source to target mapping information. Unstable testing environment results delay in developing and testing the processes. So these are the some challenges in ETL testing. What are the responsibilities of an ETL tester? So the key responsibility of an ETL tester include verifying the tables in source system, count check, data type check, keys are not missing, duplicate data. Applying the transformation logic before loading the data threshold validations, surrogate key check, etc. Data loading from staging area to the target system, aggregate values and calculated measures. Key fields are not missing, count check in target table, VI report validation, etc. Testing of ETL tool and its components. Test cases. Create, design and execute test plans, test cases, test ETL tool and its functions. Test data warehouse systems, etc. What do you understand by the term transformation? A transformation is a set of rules which generates, modifies or passes the data. Transformation can be of two types, active and passive. What you understand by active and passive transformations? In an active transformation, the number of rows that is created as an output can be changed once the transformation has occurred. This does not happen during the passive transformation. The information passes through the same number given to its as output. Sorry, input. What is the partitioning? Explain the different types of partitioning. Partitioning is when you divide the area of that store in parts. It's normally done to improve performance of transactions. If your data warehouse system is huge in size, it will take time to locate the data. Partitioning of storage space allows you to find, analyze the data easier and faster. Partitioning can be of two types: round robin partitioning and hash partitioning. What is the difference between round robin partitioning and hash partitioning? In round robin partitioning, data is evenly distributed among all the partitions, so the number of rows in each partition is relatively same. Hash partitioning is when the server uses a hash partitions in order to create partition key to group data. So explain the terms maplet, session, mapping, workflow in ETL process. A maplet defines transformation rules. Sessions are defined to instruct the data when it is moved from source to target system. A workflow is a set of instructions that instructs the server on task execution. Mapping is the movement of data from source to destination. What is the lookup transformation and when it is used? Lookup transformation allows you to access data from relational tables, which are not defined in mapping documents. It allows you to update slowly changing dimension tables to determine whether the records already exist in table or not. What is a surrogate key in database? A surrogate key is something having sequence generated numbers with no meaning. It's just to identify the row uniquely. It is not visible to users or application. It is also called as candidate key. What is the difference between surrogate key and primary key? A surrogate key has sequence generated numbers with no meaning. It is meant to identify rows uniquely. A primary key is used to identify the rows uniquely. It is visible to user and can be changed as per the requirement. If there are thousands of records in the source system, how do you ensure that all the records loaded into the target in a timely manner? In such cases, you can apply the checksum method. That is, you can start by checking the number of records in source and in the target systems. Select the sums and compare the information. What you understand by the threshold value validation testing? Explain with an example. In this testing, a tester validates the range of data. All the threshold values in the target system are to be checked to ensure they are as per expected result. Example, age attribution should not have value greater than 100. In date column, DDMM the month field should not have the value greater than 12. How does duplicate data appear in target system? When no primary key is defined, then duplicate values may appear. The data duplication may also arise due to incorrect mapping or manual errors while transferring the data from source to target system. What is the regression testing? Regression testing is when we make changes to data transformations and aggregation rules to add new functionality and help tester to modify new errors. The bugs that appear in data which comes in regression testing are called regression. Name the three approaches that can be followed for system integration. The three approaches are top-down, bottom-up, and hybrid. What are the common ETL testing scenarios? The most common ETL testing scenarios are structure validation, validation mapping document, validate constraints, data consistency check, data completeness check validation, data correctness validation, data transfer validation, data quality validation, null validation, duplicate validation, date validation check, full data validation using minus query, other test scenarios, data cleaning. So, what is data purging? Data purging is a process of deleting data from data warehouse. It removes junk data like rows with null values or extra spaces. What you understand by cosmetic bug in ETL testing? Cosmetic bug related to GUI, that is graphical user interface of an application. It can be related to font style, font size, colors, alignment, spelling mistakes, navigation, etc. What do you call the testing bug that comes while performing threshold validation testing? It is called boundary value analysis related bug. I have 50 records in my source system, but I want to load only 5 records to the target for each run. How can be this achieved? You can do it by creating a mapping variable and filtered transformation. You might need to generate a sequence in order to have the specifically sorted record you require. Name few checks that can be performed to achieve ETL testing data accuracy. Value comparison. It involves comparison of data in source and in target systems with minimum or no transformation. It can be done using various ETL testing tools such as source qualifier, transformation in Informatica. Critical data columns can be checked by comparison distinct values in source and in target system. Next question is, which SQL test statements can be used to perform data completeness validation? You can use minus and intersect statements to perform data completeness validation. When you perform source minus target and target minus source, the minus query returns a value. Then it is a sign of mismatching rows. If the minus query returns a value and count intersect is less than the source count or target table, then it is duplicate rows exist. What is the difference between shortcut and reusable transformation? Shortcut transformation is a reference to the object that is available in shared folder. These references are commonly used for various sources and targets which are to be shared between different projects or environments. In the repository manager, the shortcut is created assigned by assigning shared status. Later, objects can be dragged from this folder to another folder. This process allows a single point of control for the object, and multiple projects do not have all import sources and targets into their local folders. Reusable transformation is a local to folder. Example, reusable sequence generator for allocating warehouse customer IDs. It is useful to load customer details from multiple source systems and allocating unique IDs to each new source key. What is self-join? When you join a single table to itself, it is called self-join. What you understand by normalization? Database normalization is a process of organizing the attributes and tables of relational database to minimize data redundancy. Normalization involves decomposing a table into less redundant and smaller tables but without losing information. What you understand by factless fact table? A factless fact table is a fact table that does not have any measures. It is essentially an intersection of dimensions. There are two types of factless tables. One is capturing an event and other is for describing conditions. What is slowly changing dimension and what are its types? Slowly changing dimensions refer to the changing value of an attribute over time. SCDs are three types: type 1, type 2 and type 3. So friends, these are the some of the very important questions we'll be going to ask in interviews in ETL testing field. So I prepared for these questions and answers. Really, if you like this video, like it and share it, and kindly subscribe to SQL Master so you are getting more videos on this record. Thank you friends. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Take care. I will be with you in my next video. Thank you.